Hey guys, we're standing outside the COP30 here in Belém. Nobody's allowed in right now because it's on fire, or it was. And we're standing here with Jeroom Remmers. He's the founder and director of True Animal Protein Price Coalition. He's been very active in these talks here, and he's advocating for a tax on meat. Jeroom, tell us, why do you think we need to tax meat?
Well, meat is the food that causes most greenhouse gas emissions, and it's also causing deforestation because of the animal feed used here in the Amazon too. So meat would help to reduce consumption and reduce emissions while generating revenue that can be used for farmers to help them to solve climate problems in their companies. It can be used also, the tax revenue, for reducing taxes on healthy food products like vegetables, fruits, other kind of products. So we hope that also in America and other rich countries, they start first with doing those fiscal food reforms which can reduce overall food prices. Because when you have a moderate tax on meat with a tax reduction on healthy foods, then the total can be very positive for consumers to reduce food prices. So that's what we want.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you believe meat is also unhealthy or just bad for the environment?
Red and processed meat is bad for health when you overconsume. When you eat just a few pieces of meat a week, then it's no problem. But most Americans, and also I'm from Europe, so we overconsume. So our statement here is COP30 should also have the priority to transition away from meat overconsumption. Like 2 years ago, there was a call to action in Dubai to transition away from fossil fuels. So this is the next item to be discussed at future COP conferences. Yeah.
So we're from America, as I explained to you, and there's a lot of people who've been talking about a war on farmers, that they're trying to basically eliminate small ranches and things like this. How do you respond to those accusations?
We have partners that also include farming organizations, small farmer organizations, organic farmer organizations. So they support me because this finance mechanism, so consumers pay a little bit more for meat, and the government is taxing it, but the tax revenue is used for the farmers to help.
Sorry, police coming through.
Yeah.
Firemen.
There's some fire here in Belém.
Yeah.
But so it's not an anti-farm thing. So our farmer organization in the Netherlands also wants to have an eco-tax on food products and tax revenue being recycled towards the farmers, so they have a better income, they can pay the bills, they can invest in environmental solutions and animal welfare.
Jeroom, could you explain how would the tax work? Because I guess I'm not understanding. You tax the farmers and then give the money to the farmers? How does that work?
No, it's not taxing farmers, it's taxing food. So in the supermarket...
So when the consumer buys, he pays tax?
It's an excise duty.
I see, okay.
But there are different options. In Denmark, the government decided to have a greenhouse gas emission tax on the farmers, livestock farmers.
Is that a good idea?
It's a second best option. We would prefer the consumers to pay more and then recycling the revenue towards the farmers. But this is another option. So Denmark decided to do this and also recycle the tax revenues towards the farmers to help them find solutions for climate emissions. And the farmers accepted it because they net benefit, because there are also additional subsidies for them, for instance, for planting trees, for using technologies like methane emission reduction. So they're happy with it. So overall, they are okay with it. They invest in the solutions, and reductions go down. So we hope that in America they look to Denmark, what's being decided there, and it's not anti-farmer. It's just helping them to meet with those goals we all signed for.
So in America, as I'm sure you know, there's a lot of discussion about this. The President of the United States says this whole thing is the biggest con job in the history of humanity. A lot of Americans, of course, agree with him. Some don't. Is America being problematic in this whole process, and what should happen?
Yeah, I think America is problematic in international climate solutions. Well, we hope, of course, that there will be a next government after Mr. Trump. And we also noticed that here in COP there were also other representatives from the US, from California, from other states that want to have climate solutions. And I also want to tell about a report from the University of New York, the University of Law, that made a report, Made in America meat tax. And they also recommended states and cities to have such small meat taxes. And this can be done by democratic states and politicians. So they can make a start in the combination of reducing prices and taxes on vegetables and fruits and other healthy products, or having subsidy schemes for this. This combination can make Americans more healthy. They pay less on their healthcare costs, and this is a win-win for the climate and for your own health.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, there would be criticism in a country like the United States that, hey, you're micromanaging people's decisions, you're using government to get people to make different choices. I would imagine there's some of that in Europe as well. How do you address these liberties concerns of people who don't want to be told what to do, who want to eat hamburger and steak?
Yeah, you can still eat hamburger, but you pay a little bit more for it. So at this moment, there are billions of subsidies for livestock farmers in the US. So the US is now also steering what people eat, because this will make meat more cheap. So they are doing it already. So it's not about telling people what to eat, but helping them a little bit, shifting to do the right things, and so subsidize the healthy and sustainable foods and make other foods a little bit more expensive. That's all.
Yeah. I must admit, when I heard first time a few years ago phase out fossil fuels, it sounded very radical, and yet it was in the agreement. Do you think there's a chance of something like this getting into the agreement here or in a subsequent COP maybe?
Not phasing out meat, and that's also not what we ask. It's about making it more balanced. So there was the Eat Lancet Commission report last month. It's about healthy and sustainable diets. Their advice is that overall in the world people eat maximum 16 kilogram meat per capita per year. If we all do it, then we don't have problems with planetary boundaries for climate, biodiversity, and public health. So I know this is a big step for Americans to do, but there are really very nice alternatives for meat. It can be vegetables, legumes. It could be really nice, tasty meat alternatives. We have it in the Netherlands. We are many producers who make it. It's really like meat. It's exactly the same. The taste is good. The health is better. It's cheaper. So why don't you try it and make business out of these new food products?
Yeah. And so who is behind your organization? How do you fund your work? Is it philanthropy? Is it government?
We have 80 partner organizations. They fund us with partnership fees. So it includes food companies, it includes farmer organizations, environmental groups, youth organizations. And we do have some companies like Beyond Meat, Redefine Meat, Oatly, so alternative food processing companies. But we are mostly funded by charities, that's right, and some donations from people like you and me.
Very good.
Yeah.
Jeroom, what's your big message to the American people? I mean, just talk to them now. What do they need to know? What should they be doing, especially people who care about these issues?
Yeah. What I just said, maybe try to make it small and start with tax reforms at city or state level and show that it will work, or do it at the level of catering companies. I started a project in universities in the Netherlands where we increased meat prices 40% and reduced prices of vegetables, fruits, vegan products by 10%. And this reduced greenhouse gas emissions from food with 50%. And people eat more healthy, more climate friendly. They liked it, so they were happy. So these small changes can make a big difference.
Very good. And Jeroom, where can people find out more about your organization? What's the website, social media?
Yeah, my website is tappcoalition.eu.
True Animal Price Protein,
Coalition.
TAPP Coalition.eu.
Right.
Well, Jerome, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much too for your
Absolutely.
interview.
Appreciate it. All right, folks, we'll be back with more.